10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New... Am I getting old? Will I become obsolete? Do I need to buy new me? Have you subscribed? Hey, goodbye. It's been fun, but we're coming to an end. See, they planned it all along. Easy. I'm not going anywhere. Wait just a moment there. Let me tell you guys how I feel about this topic. Programmed obsolescence. First of all, yeah, I'm all about changes and improvement, but I'm also a person that doesn't just jump on the update train blindly. If something works the way you want and there's no big security risk involved, don't rush to update it unless it brings something cool into the mix. Although, what I said can speed up obsolescence. In a way. So, how does a device get obsolete? With time. Well, things get better over time. I mean, we had single cores in the past and we now have lots of cores. To cope with the progress, I mean. More things, more cores. Easy, I know. I'm dubbing this quite a lot. But remember, these videos for the average Joe. The thing is, our components just get better and better and better. With all that fresh new hardware, they make better software to go along. You just don't expect to run that Windows 95 on your brand new Ryzen. The same way you don't run Android 5 on your latest phone. Software and hardware evolve together, but sometimes the equilibrium is lost. And now comes the planned obsolescence for you. My dear theorists out there, imagine this. I have this 10-year laptop. Do you expect it to run brand new AAA games smoothly? Because in the same way, this one's flagship video card, a 9700 Pro Mobility, ran everything. Do you still think it will do the same today? And this phone from 5 years ago or more, YouTubing on this device is a bit slower too. This hardware will not be a match for today's more demanding software. Now, let me confuse you a bit more. But don't worry, I'll keep this simple stupid. Stuff gets old, materials degrade with heat. For instance, batteries get worn off, they will no longer do what they once did with the same software, let alone if you upgrade to a newer operating system. And I'm not even mentioning installing stuff like software order and running out of memory. In the phone department, the worn batteries will no longer deliver smooth power as they did before, and the operative system will know that and probably lower your CPU clock down to conserve power. Dang, that very same app you use every day sure takes a bit longer to load now. In the laptop department, even a lot of dust collated through time will be very bad for airflow and thus thermal throttling your CPU. Don't make your laptop do you a lap dance.
Oh yeah.
Use a stable and clean surface. Because it may look clean on the outside, but over time, it's not. For that matter, even thermal paste degrades, and the average Joe does not know how to repaste. If you are intrigued how a repasting look like, check the Ryujin 240 video. Right there. Long story short, stuff gets old. Let's make things worse. Updates. Yes! updates. They will likely add cool stuff on or patch an important security risk under the hood, but applications will be more demanding as new code is written and added into the software.
So slow now.
Okay, I will not install stuff like a maniac, read everything well what I'm updating, keep things clean and take good care of my battery. I'll just be a better person, I promise. Yeah, if you stick to old stuff only, then you're just falling behind and you'll probably end up with something like this. A 20-year-old laptop that still works perfectly, but I barely use it anymore. Things get old. Don't be too much conservative. And don't go after the latest trend. Find the middle ground. But do take care of your things. We don't want more e-waste dumped into the world as it is. Try to extend the life of your gadgets a bit if you can. And stop thinking that your brand new computer has a ticking clock for the end of its life. Let me give you an example. This old chap had a mechanical hard drive and I swapped it for an SSD. Did a clean, fresh install of Windows 10 and fixed some sticky keys and it's just fine now. Just don't expect it to run the latest AAA games. Maybe Sudoku. Yeah, and Minesweeper. Minesweeper. That was a blast. By the way, have a look on this video to know the difference between an HDD and SSD. Now you have a basic understanding of aging hardware, but there's more to it than this small video. I know that corporations only survive by selling you things, but keep in mind that software and hardware corporations don't always go hand to hand. Let me give you some more examples. My smart TV was once a flagship packed with features like 3D, Mirrorcast, Bluetooth, NFC, but now, 8 years later, YouTube is lagging hard. It still works after so long and it still gets updates. But soon, I'm afraid it will stop working when it reaches an hardware limitation. Well, Fire Stick really sounds a good idea for the future when that happens. On the other hand, like I said early in this video, smartphones see more substantial software development and that pushes the hardware to their limitations faster. So you'll see some people getting frustrated with their stuff after just 2 years of use. But they won't stop working. This Xperia M2 from 2014 can still do most of the stuff, like browsing, YouTubing, some games. It looks like I'm reaching the limits for today's video as well. Don't worry much about obsolescence. It exists, of course, but meh, and that's all that I can say. I hope it was a good video. If not, maybe the next video will. Zoom tableboard game night. I promised, didn't I? Have a happy new year and see you next time.